Today we're going to talk about the Conor McGregor grape allegations and why successful men, as much as we don't want to believe it, are one allegation away from losing everything. And you know why? And it sucks I have to keep saying this. Feminism, Me Too, false allegations. And it keeps on occurring. We're going to keep on seeing it. Rich, successful, famous men getting accused of doing things. And the crazy thing is, the women that are accusing them, you're just making it worse for other women. You're making it worse for the women who are actually going through this shit. You're making yourselves less credible. It sucks because the more false allegations come up, the more people are like, okay, I don't believe this anymore. I don't believe this. There are cases where this is really happening and they're just making it worse for their own gender. Let me play this clip. This is Candace Owens, very intelligent woman. Most women should be like Candace Owens. You got to go check out her content for yourself. Very intelligent. She uses her brain, very articulate. She states the truth, which is why I like her. She states the truth. Shout out to her. But I'm going to let this clip play for you guys.
Raping her, despite multiple headlines that are misreporting this decision in the courtroom. So here is what we are going to do. We're going to continue to run that poll. We're going to let you guys decide as I give you the facts of this case, whether or not you think he is guilty. And I'm going to tell you all about this woman who is accusing him of. Now, her name is Nikita Hand. I can tell you that because she's in the public sphere. She's not trying to maintain her privacy. And we should examine some of these facts. First and foremost, she's bringing a civil suit. She brought a civil suit against him, not a criminal suit. Why? Well, because she already tried to bring this case criminally twice, and it was denied due to a lack of evidence, okay? She claimed in the courtroom that she was brutally and battered by Conor McGregor, and yet the director of public prosecution declined to prosecute it. So let's take a look into what maybe led them to make that decision, okay? And here's the story. First and foremost, actually, let me just give you the emotion of this. This is actually a clip of Nikita Hand, just speaking to the fact that often people are just responding to emotion. This is her walking out of the courtroom after she scores the victory against Conor McGregor. Take a listen.
To all the victims of, I hope my story is a reminder that no matter how afraid you might be, speak up, you have a voice, and keep on fighting for justice. I know this has impacted not only my life, my daughters, my family and friends tremendously, and it's something that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. But now that justice has been served, I can now try and move on and look forward to the future with my family and friends and daughter.
Okay, so you can clearly see she says a statement. She's about to cry. She's all emotional. I'm the victim. I'm glad I got justice. And we all believe it. You know why we believe it? Because it's the manipulative gaslighting tactic that women pull to win certain situations. And this shit has to stop. This is why I hate simps. This is why I don't like feminism. And I'm just going to be real. Because stuff like this, the gaslighting, she's literally crying while she's saying the speech. She was literally crying. And it's almost like, damn, really, really sorry that happened to you. But then when you find out the facts, you find out it was all bullshit. Let's watch.
Moving testimony. She cried throughout the trial. She spoke about how she had to have a tampon surgically removed. So if you hear that as a woman, you're instantly like, oh my gosh, how could any person ever think that she did anything wrong in this? Like, very clearly, Conor McGregor must have. Okay. So here is the actual backstory. Nikita Hand actually contacted Conor McGregor on social media. The two of them struck up a back and forth social media flirting relationship. And on this particular night, she slid into his DMs, and because he had posted a photo of himself at the nightclub. I want to be very clear. Both of these people are partying. Okay. She sends a photo of herself in a sexy red jumpsuit and asks him where he is because he's now posted a photo of himself at a DJ booth partying unsa, 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 unsa. And specifically, she sends him a message saying, it's our Christmas party, as she's wearing this red jumpsuit. Come out and get us. Now, who is she referring to when she says us? She was referring to the friend that she was with at the Christmas party, a woman named Danielle Keeley, who is also her work colleague. That's a photo of her right there. And I want to be clear that she sent Conor McGregor this message despite the fact that she is both a mother and she has a boyfriend, okay? Now, I want to be clear. Conor continued to party all night. There is no doubt out that he was on a bender. How do we know he was on a bender? Because when you look at the timeline of this, they're texting all throughout the night until 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Conor McGregor has testified that he was out until 7 a.m. when he instructs his security to book him a penthouse room at the Beacon Hotel. Okay. Now it's morning time. Nikita and him are still messaging. At 10:51 a.m., they decide that they're going to get together. He picks her up at her workplace, a hair salon, with her colleague, Danielle, the person that we just showed you. They then drove around for 2 hours. He claims that they began hooking up right away in the car at this time, and then they all decided to go back to the hotel where he and her hooked up in the bathroom. Now, it's a penthouse suite, so it's got bedrooms, and they hooked up in the bedroom. He says they had consensual sex. She is saying now the sex was not consensual. But it's important to note here that her friend Danielle was outside of the room when they were hooking up on a sofa bed with his friend who was with them. And his friend's name, it's a very important character in this. His friend's name is James Lawrence, okay? So James Lawrence is sitting on the sofa with Danielle. She's hooking up with Conor McGregor in the bathroom. Conor McGregor comes out and he's exhausted. He alleges that he then fell asleep because, well, it's believable that he was exhausted because we're talking like, 10, 11 a.m. in the morning. He's been out partying all night. His friend Lawrence then wakes him up and he's like, look, I'm tired. I got to go. I really have this bender has got to end. And he decides to leave them all at the hotel room, but leaves a car behind so that they can all get home safely. Okay. Want to be very clear again. Conor McGregor is clearly on a a We can talk about that in a whole nother episode about his drinking, which I think is problematic. It's important to note here that her friend Danielle wound up testifying against her. Giving evidence on Wednesday, Danielle Keeley told the court that she was with Nikita in South Dublin as a part of a Christmas.
Now, if your friend is testifying against you saying that shit did not happen, that already shows it right there. Your friend, she was there. She was in the same penthouse as you while you said this occurred. And she even testified against you saying that it didn't happen. That's all the evidence you need. And it's crazy. It's crazy, man, how they try to pull things out the air and from their ass. Automatically they're the victim with no accountability. No, like, okay, we did hook up. We both were on drugs. We both were fucked up. We both were messed up that night. It just happened. It definitely was consensual. And you can't say it's not consensual. You know why? You don't even know what happened. You were on drugs. And it's the thing. This is why you got to watch out for like girls that do a lot of drugs or like all this extra shit. They could be mentally unstable. They'll pull shit like this out of their ass. It's just sad, man.
Work party, Miss Keeley, who was called to give evidence for Mr. McGregor, said that she did not know Nikita that well, but she told the court that they were collected by Mr. McGregor from the salon at around 10 a.m. on the Sunday morning. And after collecting Mr. Lawrence, they were then taken to the Beacon Hotel. When asked to describe the mood in the penthouse, she said everything was fine and everyone was in good form. She told the court that she knew Nikita and Mr. McGregor had gone into the bedroom, but she didn't really know much about that. She said that she did not know what was happening in the room, and that when she returned to the main room of the penthouse, everything was fine. She said, quote, everything was fine and no one was in bad form. I didn't notice anything that had happened, Ms. Keeley said. Asked if anyone appeared upset, she also replied, no. Ms. Keeley, though, then says that she was contacted by Nikita in the days after the alleged incident, claiming that she had been asked for her reaction to that days later. Ms. Keeley said, quote, I was surprised because I didn't see anything. I told her I hadn't seen or heard anything. She then told the court that Nikita asked her to delete text messages between them from that night. Now, she asked several people to delete messages from that night because the messages apparently don't show a young woman that is in distress. These are just the facts. These are just the testimony that has been given. Now, this is by her work friend and colleague. I don't know what her incentive would be to lie. Obviously, she's also got the proof in the form of text messages of when she was informed days later, that her friend who she was with, the room that she was just outside of, that a horrific had just taken place, okay? So let's be clear. Let's fast forward. She now is telling her friend that she's...
No, could you delete these texts? I wasn't... No, I was, but can you just delete these texts before before I filed a claim against him? This is really important. Yeah, just delete these texts here before I filed the claim. Come on, bro. Stupid shit.
Nikita then decides to do what you're supposed to do. She goes after Conor McGregor criminally. And I want to note that she only goes after Conor McGregor for this alleged sexual assault. She names Conor McGregor in this as they begin to investigate this situation. And of course, the police take this very seriously as they're investigating it. This means taking statements from everyone who could plausibly testify as to what happened that night. Curiously enough, Conor McGregor's friend, Lawrence, who was also present, the one that was on the sofa, states that not only did Conor not rape this woman, he believes it was consensual, but also that he, Lawrence, also had consensual sex with Nikita that night.
See, that's even worse. She was a bop. She was a thotty. And they think they could get away with shit like this, yo. Yo, that's wild.
Wait, what? Whoa, hold up. What are you saying? This would be, of course, a big deal. Her team, of course, makes a very sound argument. Lawrence is lying. He's lying. That's Conor's friend. Of course, he's lying for him. He's just saying that to protect his friend. But then, in the course of this investigation, some very interesting evidence turns up. CCTV footage from that morning, which captures her kissing and touching both Conor McGregor and his friend. Okay? The CCTV footage also revealed that after McGregor left the hotel, like he said, left them behind, she stayed at the Beacon Hotel for 4 more hours partying and drinking. And it is during that time which she apparently had sexual intercourse with Lawrence, Conor McGregor's friend. Per the BBC, quote, during almost 20 minutes of the CCTV footage, the barrister said Mr. Lawrence, and Nikita are in the basement of the hotel, and she can be seen kissing Mr. Lawrence on the cheek. The barrister said on occasion they also have their arms around each other. So Nikita says that she has no recollection of that whatsoever. Once she realizes there's footage, she says, quote, it's not me. It's not my character. You can see how vulnerable I was. I'm stumbling.
She says she got raped, not realizing that there's going to be footage of you outside hugging and kissing on him after you claimed it happened. How dumb can you be? It's very obvious that this did not happen. And the thing about this, they know each other. So you got to think about her situation. She just got clapped by a bunch of dudes who know each other, who all know the same people. I believe they went to school with each other. So now she doesn't want to seem like she's the thotty. And they probably just wanted to do it for fun. They probably don't really care about her. Now she's looking for a payday. This is why I got to be careful, man. Some of them are out there targeting guys for the wrong reasons, man. It's like they want equality. They want this. They want that. Let's have more accountability in general. Everyone should hold themselves accountable. We shouldn't be having guys losing nearly their life earnings because of false allegations, man. This happened to a rapper like a few months ago. The young Philly dude. I don't know the situation on that case, but I heard that was false as well. I didn't really look into it as much, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. And guess what? He lost his brand deals, his sponsorships. This is insane, bro. This has to stop, man. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, man.